Hi, my name is Janice Medina, and I'm here to share with you the growth assessment portion of my capstone project. My journey to the digital teaching and learning program has been long and not without hurdles. I had always thought about being a teacher, but I allowed myself to be steered away from that path. I became a manicurist, then a paralegal, and then an administrative assistant. When my children were born, I quit work to stay home with them. Once both of them were in school, I had time to volunteer in their classrooms. I discovered that I truly did have a passion for teaching. I began working as an instructional aide in special education in the Poway Unified School District. Within 6 months, I knew that I wanted to be a special education teacher. In spring of 2009, I enrolled in Azusa Pacific's Accelerated Adult Program to complete my bachelor's degree in human development. Little did I know of the bumpy road that was to follow. 6 months into my bachelor's program, my marriage fell apart. It was very difficult and not at all what I wanted. I persevered, and with the support of my friends, family, and my APU cohort, I got through that dark time and completed my bachelor's degree. It took me an extra year to complete the college algebra that I needed, but I got there. I immediately enrolled in the special education mild-moderate credential with a master's in digital teaching and learning program at APU. It's hard for me to talk about my personal growth while attending Azusa Pacific without focusing on my bachelor's degree program. That was a group of 13 people that I saw every week during one of the hardest periods of my life. Their support and love was instrumental in me getting through that time and completing my degree. I've come to the conclusion that I am definitely a visual learner. I need to see examples of what is expected of me, or at least to see the directions in print. My work habits tend to be to procrastinate than cram it all in at the end. I seem to work better under pressure. In the area of spirituality, I feel I have grown and discovered myself while on this educational journey. The human connections I have made, as well as the connections to my students and coworkers, have helped me to truly define myself spiritually. On a personal level, the completion of this master's degree will be a symbol of my strength and perseverance. The teacher preparation program at Azusa Pacific is rigorous, fast-paced, and it was a lot of work. I do believe it has prepared me to be an excellent educator. When I started the master's program, I was working as a substitute teacher. I ended up with the long-term sub position teaching a mild-moderate class of 4th and 5th graders. It was a temporary position, but I loved it. When that job ended, I took a leave of absence from the master's program. I then began working as a resource specialist for Poway Unified. At the beginning of the 2015-2016 school year, I was hired by the Classical Academy, a charter school in Escondido. The Classical Academy is a partial independent study homeschool program. My students, their parents, and my colleagues are all amazing, and I love my job. My educational philosophy has remained steadfast. I believe that every child is reachable, teachable, and craves human connection. At the beginning of this program, I considered myself to be fairly computer savvy. I knew my way around word processing software as well as presentation software. I have learned that there are many different ways to incorporate technology into the classroom. In EDUC 512, I learned how to implement productivity software into instruction and classroom projects. In this course, I also learned what a web quest is and how to create one. In EDUC 514, we were exposed to the basics in video project composition. This course was very challenging, but also a lot of fun. I had never made videos before, so it was fun getting my students involved with the process. In EDUC 515, attention was given to current technologies and how they could be implemented into the classroom. We learned how to create a blog and how to create videos for a flipped classroom. In EDUC 522, we learned how to design unit plans that embed technology and differentiated instruction with the focus on multiple intelligence and learning styles to meet the needs of today's learner. In EDUC 526, the primary focus is to pull all of the skills and concepts we have acquired together into a digital portfolio and a final presentation. The technology that I implement most in my classroom is the use of iPads and various apps. I use apps for instruction as well as for rewards and enjoyment. My students love using the iPads. I have been successful in modifying some behaviors using iPad apps as rewards, as well as utilizing apps such as ClassDojo that track student behavior. My overall experience in this program has been a positive one. I have learned a lot about technology and how to implement it in the classroom. My only wish is that the program had focused more on the use of technology for students with special needs. I feel that my education at Azusa Pacific University has made me a very good teacher. And you know what they say about a good teacher, their influence can never be erased.